welcome, and we're preparing on for Air Airways flight number 556. We are blasting off the Data system tonight. We do have a scheduled review stop of Buffalo, New York. Well, folks, this is your captain for tonight's mission. My name is Luke Skywalker. With me in the cockpit tonight is Princess Leia. Our flight engineer for this mission is Chewbacca the Wookiee. Well, folks, Chewie's on the airplane right now. He's working on a hyperdrive unit. If he gets installed in time to blast off, we'll make that jump up to hyperspace. We'll have you up to Buffalo in just a matter of moments. If Chewie can't get working.
Okay, Saints. All hands on deck. All hands on deck. Our commander, the Most High God, is calling all you angels. This is it. We are in hyperdrive. Get ready to mount up, y'all. Y'all should be really excited. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! We're about to regulate. Okay, so I have been extremely exhausted. By the way, today is the 8th day of Hanukkah. It's Veronica, and it's actually now not Hanukkah because it ended at sundown. So it's a little after sundown here. So it's the day after Christmas, the pagan holiday that Father despises. So it is the 26th of December, 2022. I believe something is shifting. We are transforming, we that believe in Yeshua, that is, and that haven't desecrated our bodies with a shot in the dark and you're to blame, the DNA changer, okay? If you are like me, you're feeling extremely exhausted for no reason. I have had the least exercise this week that I've had in months because of the severe cold and just being utterly exhausted. I slept 10 hours today. That's unheard of for me. Normally, I'm lucky if I get 4 or 5 hours, because of all the noise campaigns. But even if there is a day that it's relatively quiet or I just sleep through it, my average time to sleep is about 7 hours and I have a huge amount of energy. I slept 10 hours today and I feel like I did not sleep at all. And this has been all week long. I'm not depressed at all, okay? I am well, I shouldn't say not at all. It's been off and on a little bit because the holidays remind me, of those that I've lost and my little dog Beignet, but I know I will see her soon. I had a really cool sign from Father and from my dog Beignet yesterday that I'll tell y'all. Well, I'll go ahead and tell y'all. One of her nicknames, my dog, was Baby Squirrel because she looked like a little squirrel. She was only 4.5 pounds, and I lost her this time last year. It was December 5th of last year, and had her for 15 years. So that was really hard, especially if you are a persecuted, chosen, targeted individual. A lot of us, that's all we have around us. And I was missing her really bad yesterday on Christmas, even though I don't celebrate it. She's always with me and it comforts me while everybody's gathering with their family and friends and I'm always by myself, which I'm never alone. Father's with me, but I sat outside for about 10 minutes. It was just so cold. And I started crying and I was like, I just want to know that Beignet made it, Father. Is she up there? Will I see her again? I promise y'all, right after I spoke that prayer, I said it out loud. A squirrel ran over a power line directly beside me, like literally ran over the power line. That was the only squirrel I saw. And it was instant, not even 1 second after I said that prayer. And I found it interesting that rather than run on the ground or up a tree or something like that, like normal, Father had it run over the power line. Do you get it? Our power. We're being anointed. We're crossing the line. We're going over the finish line. What is the line that connects heaven and earth, separates heaven from earth, the firmament? We're going up through the firmament. This is just amazing. So I just wanted to share with y'all a little bit of what I'm feeling so that y'all won't be feeling alone or that something is not right, because I feel that this is what's supposed to happen. The rapture, could it be that we are being changed, here while on earth. And I told y'all, when you sleep, if you're waking up extremely tired for no reason like I have been, that I believe we're doing battle in the spiritual realm. And especially if you wake up and it feels like, you've been boxing or kicking or something like that, I believe this is a spiritual battle. But also, we're being changed because we have to have our light bodies to ascend. The fact that this is getting stronger today was the worst of all the days that I over the past week that I've experienced the extreme exhaustion and tiredness. And several times I thought, well, it's not as cold today. Maybe I'll just head out for a walk. And I just could not do it. I believe we're transforming. I also believe there's some sort of magnetic shift, magnetic energy that's going on. Everything I've touched in the house today, I've gotten an electric shock off of. Well, not everything, I'm exaggerating, but I'm going to say 10 times today, different things in the place I'm at will cause static electricity shock, but it won't be, from a blanket. I've had that before. It'll be from anything, from touching a coffee mug, touching a chair, parting the curtain, opening the door, and the door was cold. So it's been things that I've touched that are relatively warm, like the coffee mug, or the things that are cooler. And this has happened at least 10 times where it shocked my finger and I actually went, ow, a couple of times. So I believe like we're changing. We're becoming light bodies, y'all. This is amazing. So tell me if y'all are feeling this. Also, Father keeps putting the same movie in my head, and I couldn't think of it the other day when I told y'all about the movie I made, the movie I made. We're in a movie. We're making a movie. We're the stars, right? Truman and True Woman. TIs, that's us. But the video I made the other day, Father had led me to watch two movies. One was I'd never heard of in my life. It's a B-rated movie. Or not B-rated, B actors, unknown actors. And it's called Ice Catastrophe. And it was amazing. I couldn't believe it. It didn't show any of this in the trailer. I had no clue what I was watching. I just knew Father wanted me to watch it. I watched very few movies, y'all. So this was where a comet came down to Earth, and as it was coming to the Earth, hitting, going through the firmament, it split off into two. And one was red, which was really hot part of the comet. The other one was blue, which was ice, ice baby, cold. And it set off the world into a deep freeze until they got the red part to connect. And then that led me to, wow, the red Kachina and the blue star are about to cross, colliding with the sun, and there will be a crossing in the sun that we go through. Okay. And I really believe that this is coming to pass now. For that to be in some unknown movie and be in my feed, and then me to actually not waste, but for me to give an hour and a half watching some movie that I don't even know any of the actors, know anything about, was a big deal. And Father was showing me things in the movie that connect with what's about to take place on this earth, including when the earth goes into a deep freeze, all these crystals start sprouting up. And remember, Yeshua is connected with the crystal city, which is the blue star, the blue planet, the blue Kachina, which a lot of us are connected to. Um, Even this, y'all. Well, no, never mind. I don't feel like showing it. It'll take me a minute to dig it out, but just a lot of things connecting us to the blue star. And remember Superman, what was the only thing that could defeat him? Kryptonite. Well, if you call me crazy, let's see, what is that song? I can be your Superman. Kryptonite. That used to be one of my favorite songs. I don't know why. I can't remember. That's something else. I do not have, what do you call it? Dementia. I was going to say dyslexia. There's nothing wrong with my memory, but for the last few days since I felt exhausted, I'm not sick at all, y'all. I have extra energy most of the time, so this is very rare for me. But I'll like put something somewhere, and then I'm like, where? What did I just do with it? And then no, it's not demons moving it. I've actually experienced that. It's just like being forgetful. It's like we're being overloaded, bombarded with all this energy, and it's fogging our brain. It's like a fog, right? So I believe that there is a shift taking place. Those that are considered worthy, that have been counted worthy, which were to pray every day, that we are counted worthy to escape what's about to come on this earth, because it's about to get really bad. But those are who are counted worthy, who've been chosen by the Most High. Um, we're about to be out of here. We're about to go into the fifth dimension. So let me know in the comments. This is a kind of short video because I just don't have the energy. But if y'all are feeling this, if y'all are noticing different things going on in your body, like me, I'm not really that hungry, which is weird because normally if I'm inside somewhere, like if it's real bad weather, because that's usually the only thing that will stop me from at least going for like 30, 45-minute walk, something to get out. Um, Sometimes I eat out of boredom. I haven't, nothing tastes good, y'all. I mean, I taste it. I have my taste buds. It's just like, I don't want, none of this excites me. I thought maybe I'll just pick something up. What? I don't want anything. It's like I have nothing on this earth excites me anymore. It's like all I want to do is a zoom zoom and a boom boom. Is zoom zoom. Is get out and complete our mission and save others, wake others up, do whatever Father calls me to do. That's all I care about right now. So I feel this shift is happening, and it's interesting that today is the final day of Hanukkah when I'm feeling it the strongest. So again, let me know if y'all are having strange things like this, forgetting things, um, and just being extra tired. Oh, and also today at 5:42, I didn't look up what that means. I should have done that. It could have been 5:41, but I'm pretty sure it was 5:42. This song popped into my head. I don't even know who sings it, but the whole first part of the song was downloaded to me, and it was so strong in the spirit that it made me sing it out loud, okay? This is not a song I really liked. I don't know who even sings it, and it's an old song. I have not heard it on anything. I don't know why, but I know there's something to this, and it was carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are gone. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more. Okay? I'm going to look that up too. I didn't even look it up. I just thought to tell y'all. So there'll be peace when you are gone. I found that amazing. I'm like, wow, Lord. Thank you, Father. Um, uh, One other thing. Oh, and then the other movie. So I was led to watch that movie, Ice Catastrophe, this past week. And like I said, the world went into a deep freeze, and it was the red star and the blue planet. The comet came down, right? And then the other movie I was led to watch, I've heard of this movie. Now, this is a more well-known movie, but I've never been led to watch it. And it's called The Tomorrow War. And it was about alien invasion. And they come from under the earth. And Antarctica has been hidden because the fallen angels, which are aliens, they call them, but they're actually demons and fallen angels. Not the aliens that people think of, right? They're demonic. They're under the earth in Antarctica, and the ice is now melting. Father has shown me this in the spirit. The ice is melting, and where it was hot will be cold, and cold will be hot. The earth is being flipped from upside down to right side up, and he's freeing the captives. Father is freeing the captives out of this matrix. Those that accepted Yeshua HaMashiach. Those that did not have to go through this second part of the trip. And some of us regulators for Yeshua, 144,000 angels on the front lines, okay? Father's angels, not the fallen angels. We are going to come back and search and rescue. And that was in the movie, The Tomorrow War. This guy that was the main character was search and rescue. I just found that amazing. But the third movie, Father had told me to watch this past week. And to be honest, haven't done it yet. I'm thinking maybe I'll do it, maybe tonight or tomorrow. I just been tired and I just haven't been feeling like doing much. But I saw this movie before. That's why I didn't watch that. And I was like, well, I already saw it, Lord, but I'm wondering if I go back and watch it again, I'm going to see things that I missed before. And it's called The Day After Tomorrow. And now we're watching all these things happening in New York, um, Boston, all up in the north. I heard Seattle has like major ice catastrophe, and I made a video within the last month, and it was titled Seattle Possibly Hit. Okay, I got Seattle. We all know New York. We know that's done. We know DC. There's portals over DC that have been opening. Um, I've been shown that Florida goes underwater. I've been shown these are multiple times from dreams. Some of the dreams I was given 5 or 6 years ago and made videos about them. California breaks off and goes into the sea. This is judgment. This is Mystery Babylon, America's judgment for taking Father out of everything and for being a pagan nation. It's supposed to be one nation under God, not one nation under odd, meaning the transvestitism and the boys are girls and girls are boys and hate hate speech and gang stalk your neighbor instead gang stalk your neighbor as yourself, turn on each other, neighbor against neighbor, mother against daughter, father against son. All that is now. So we who have been targeted from birth, even though most of us didn't realize, we just thought we had bad luck, right? Until a lot of us woke up in 2012. Bam! I started waking up that it was not, there's something otherworldly besides bad luck or somebody, one person or a few people being out to get me was in about '08. But in 2012 is when it's just like, bam, the veil was lifted for me. And I know a lot of y'all too. So we're the leaders. We're the leaders in the new. I told y'all that. Okay? We have the Holy Spirit inside of us. So we are the judges in the new. And these corrupt judges and all the corrupt satanic system is under judgment right now. So I would encourage y'all that if you're on this channel, you gang stalking, Freemasons, witches, and all that, anyone who has not, even if you're not doing anything evil and you have not accepted Yeshua HaMashiach, which is Jesus Christ of Nazareth, into your heart, I would suggest you do it very quickly because Father told me the last couple days, 2 days ago, the mercy door is shutting. You do not want to be left outside the gates, okay, where wolves are coming. There's going to be animals invading the cities. There's going to be so much chaos. It is men's hearts will fail them for fear. That's what's coming. There's going to be America is going to be frozen, most of it. We are not to fear. If you have the Holy Spirit, you will either be supernaturally guided up, you will be supernaturally protected where you're at, or you will be guided into the wilderness where Father will protect us, just like it says that he guided the woman into the wilderness for a time and half a time. We're in the tribulation, y'all. Wake up, repent, and turn to Yeshua. My Father who art in heaven is who I'm talking about, does not want one to perish. He's trying to wake people up. There is going to be a massive outage in the power grid. I've told y'all this for at least the last 4 or 5 months. They're going to take it out. Okay? Father is using this time to where people are in cold and darkness and they can't watch television. The phones are out, all the stuff that is used to distract, like I said, the television, internet, and all that. He's in hopes that some will seek him, and some will. And so please get this message out. I am blocked. My channel is only, if you actually are a new viewer, Father has called you because, and you're not a stalker, I mean. You just happen on this channel because only a few people get to see this channel. And it's not my channel, it's the Most High God's channel. I'm just a messenger trying to get this message out that it's urgent. America has been invaded from within. The fallen angel technology is in effect. The wicked rulers that have ruled Babylon and the world do not care about y'all. They never have. And a lot of the people that took the shot in the dark, and you're to blame, they are going to be changed. Some will be dropping. A lot have already dropped, and more will be dropping like flies, Father said. And then some will be changed and be literal zombies. Lots of people are being taken over by demonic entities because they took that thing and it changed their DNA, and now they're seed of the serpent, reptilian race coming from under the ground. Okay, so if you're one of the 144, you know who you are. You stand. You are a light for your whole area. Some of us are a light for a whole state. Okay, we're a grid, a light grid. Okay, the World Wide Web, the dark web they called it, that covers the whole earth. Okay, that is a web of darkness, lies, and deceit, a veil. We are the light of the Most High God. Okay, and we're all connected. That's why we're spread out. That's why most all of us are isolated and by ourselves, because we have enough light to carry a whole area. Father told me some of us are lighting up states, more than one state. Okay, so just stand where you're at. Father will protect you. If he doesn't, there's no fear. If you have Yeshua, we go home, okay? But something is about to go down. I can't tell y'all what yet. I don't remember my dreams at all this past week. They've been doing a lot of stuff blocking and a lot of witchcraft attacks, high attacks this week. But the one dream I do remember, I was on a boat again. This makes about the seventh or eighth dream where I was either standing at a dock or on a boat, which Father's shown me are ships above the firmament, the angelic armies, the good angels, holy angels are right above us on standby for each one of us. Okay. And that symbolizes the ship. Just like in the Truman Show, remember when he escapes? What does he escape on? A ship, a boat, okay? So it wasn't a ship I was on a boat, but it symbolizes our ship above us. And there was a man with me. I don't know who he was. He had dark hair. He was pretty attractive. I really can't say much more about him. I know he was well dressed, okay? And he wanted me to go with him to some fancy restaurant at this very expensive private club. And I saw it like there was a building blocking it. We were on the boat on a dock about to take off, and there was a canal. And to me, it reminded me of that movie where in Day After Tomorrow, or one of those kind of movies where the water floods New York and you can see the buildings through the water. That's kind of like what we were in. There was a building halfway underwater, and behind it was another building, and it was some sort of very fancy private club, and he wanted me to go. And I looked down at my clothes, and I just had on regular clothes like I always wear, and I thought, oh, I can't go like this, but I don't have anything else. I was made aware that that was all I had, was what I was wearing. Like symbolic of when Father tells us to leave, flee to the mountains, whatever he guides us to do not go back down. If you're on your rooftop, do not go back down for your clothes. Why would you be on a rooftop? The only thing I can think of is there's water, flood. I've been through floods, y'all. I went through Katrina, but I got out, so I was not in the flood water. But my house was flooded when I was 12 years old, and we sat on the cabinets. This was before they had internet or anything, so we had no warning. We sat on the kitchen cabinets, me and my family. till the water came up over the cabinets, and then we swam across the street to a neighbor's house who my dad knew had an attic that had a floor in it. Okay. And an alligator swam by as we're swimming. And I remember my dad said, well, I didn't see the alligator. Okay. My dad said, kids, look straight ahead. Follow me. Do not look around. Look at me. Follow me. And I thought he just was saying that. I don't know why, to be honest, but probably I was thinking, so we wouldn't like get lost or whatever. I don't know, because we were swimming through a yard. But later I found out, after we were rescued and all that, yes, boats had to come rescue us. This is when I was 12 years old. Um, that my dad said that an alligator was swimming by us and he didn't want us to panic and then attract the gator. And I find that interesting. Years later, Father showed me how he told us to look straight ahead. Do not look left or right. In all your ways, acknowledge him and he will direct your path. So we're to look at Father. And my dad was telling me to look at him. Isn't that amazing, y'all? Father is amazing how he does stuff. But getting back to this dream I had this morning, I couldn't fall asleep either till it was about 5 a.m. This is not normal for me. So um, the dream, I was on a boat at the dock, and there was a building in front of me to my left, and it was underwater. It was a skyscraper. And then behind it was another building, and that was the building he was saying was some special club. And I looked down and I thought, I'm going to go like this. I'm dressed in just my old regular clothes. And I knew that people would be like well dressed. And he said it didn't matter. And I don't want to say for sure, but I think the name of the club, why don't you just tell me the name of the club, was Club 88. What is 8? New beginnings. It's also like infinite, spiral, new beginnings. We're out. I know that the Donald Dump is like he's something with 88. I need to do more research. I'm just now remembering the stream. It's just coming back. I actually, here, I'll play it for y'all. I just remembered. I was so tired I couldn't get up to write it down, and then I was like, oh, wait a minute. I can voice record it, because I hardly ever have had a phone to where the voice record works. So I'll play it for y'all. Hopefully y'all can hear it. Just a second. Hopefully it came out. Just a second. And sorry, I'm still asleep as I'm recording this. Today is the 26th of December, 2022. Just woke up from a dream where I was on a boat with some rich guy. And he had dark hair. He was showing me this. He was telling me about this really beautiful, tall skyscraper property that was across from where the boat was docked. It was some really expensive restaurant. I want to say it was called Restaurant 88. That was something it. Like that. It was a number. Or Club 88. He was going to take me there, but I was thinking I wasn't dressed good enough, and I only had what I had on me. And then he left for a minute, and I asked, is there more coffee? And I thought that was cool because he wasn't trying to push alcohol on me. And he said, yeah, he's making some more right now. There's always coffee ready. And then I was looking around the boat, and he came back, and I knew that he had a really pretty girlfriend that he had taken to the restaurant before, and I felt like, am I gonna am I gonna be okay dressed the way I am, seeing pictures or knowing what she looked like? She was dressed like real nice, and anyway, then sorry. I told you I've been really exhausted. Party, and there was a lot of rich people there. People were kind of snubbing me. And one lady came up to meet me. I think she was Oriental. She could have been from China, funny enough. And wow, forgot about this. She went to hug me. She pulled away and gave me a dirty look. And she said, "Are you drinking booze?" That's the word she used, booze. That's not a word I use. And I said, "No." And I kind of got my feelings hurt that she judged me like that. And she like looked at me like she didn't believe me and scowled at me, and then was like pulling whoever was with her, a man, away from me, like I'm this disgusting drunk. And I said, "I just brushed my teeth. Maybe you're smelling the toothpaste." Then I went to go look at the toothpaste, and then I realized that all the people at the party had been told lies about me. And then this one lady that was somewhat nice to me anyway, I said, "Don't believe everything you hear. Believe your eyes or something." And she befriended me anyway. I can't remember much about her. I think she had blondish hair, was maybe around mid-40s, and she had a unique necklace on. I remember that. And then I said, "Thank you for not judging me and being my friend." And then one other lady decided to be nice to me too. And I was happy that a couple people out of all like hundreds of people actually didn't believe what they were told, lies they were told about me. And then next we were back over at the boat again, and there had been some sort of catastrophe. I don't know if it was a storm or whatever, but the boat was next to this tall metal, almost looked like a lifeguard stand, but it was in the water. It was coming out of the water, and I said, when it gets nighttime and I don't know, some sort of wires or something are looser by the wind, that thing's gonna fall. You need to move your boat." And the guy said he would. He was gonna move it. And I looked around, and a lot of the area had been hit. Again, I don't know if it was a storm. I don't know if it was war or what. It seemed more like a really bad weather storm. And a lot of the really beautiful properties were damaged or fallen down. And like I said, this tall building, it was huge. It was way taller than all the other ones. That's where he was going to take me for at this fancy restaurant. And it was brick, and then it kind of looked like that really expensive hotel in St. Pete Beach, the Don something. The Don Caesar, I think. Like that, but I could only get a glimpse of it. Now, I remember the guy had a brother or something that he was wanting to impress, kind I mean, he kind of wanted to impress him. Still can't remember all of it. All right, that's all I can remember. Okay, y'all. So that's the first time I listened to that. I forgot till I came on and made the video. Thank you, Father. See how just like stuff is forgetting that I should remember? That I'm forgetting things? And I don't even have the energy to be making this video, but I feel it's important that I need to get this out. The 88 tall building, that could be symbolic. Possibly what popped into my head just now, the Trump Tower. I don't know. Is it brick? I remember seeing it, but what I failed to say in this was part of the building. Now, when we first went there, it wasn't, but when we went back to the boat and looked at the building, the Club 88 or Restaurant 88, which that would be really funny if there really is a restaurant called that. I'm gonna have to look that up. But when we got back to the boat, we were safe aboard the boat. I looked and the all the buildings were halfway underwater, just like in some of those End of Days movies. I think that is one of them. End of Days. And the metal lifeguard stand, could that possibly mean, because the lifeguard stands are obviously on the beach, could that mean that the whole beach was underwater because half the lifeguard stand was sticking out of the water where the boat was docked? And then I saw lots of very expensive houses, kind of reminded me of West Palm Beach type houses where the dump lives. Um, Over in Florida, that's what it kind of looked like, those houses. Could have been California as well. I'm not as familiar with California, but I know Florida very well. Lived there off and on for many years. But yeah. So something. What happens when ice melts? It floods, right? I just feel very strongly something is going on, something in the spiritual realm that when I touch something, now I'm getting static electricity, the extreme cold, even down south. I heard like even down to mid Florida got down in the 20s. That is not normal. And I warned y'all the other day, it's not over yet. This is judgment. It's going to continue, and they're going to do blackouts, and people are going to be freezing cold. Your only hope is repenting and turning to Yeshua HaMashiach. No amount of witchcraft, no amount of calling on demons and doing your satanic sacrifices are going to save you. Those that are doing these wicked things that watch this channel, your only hope is Yeshua HaMashiach. So something very big is coming, and I can't shake it. So again, just tell me what y'all are feeling about this. But getting back to this dream, I'm just seeing again what else it could possibly mean. When I go to the party, I was not drinking, by the way. I didn't say that in there, but I said that I got my feelings hurt that she thought I was drinking, but I wasn't. And it hurt my feelings because I was trying to do right and I was still being accused and condemned and all that. While the people at the party, and I also remember this, they were drinking, but I wasn't. But I was the one being judged because I'm not part of this, whatever this group is that sold out, the wicked. And I remember I had brushed my teeth in the dream, and the toothpaste smelt different. And when I met the woman that looked Oriental, and then China came to my head while I was in the dream. She's from China. Could that symbolize China, infiltrating? But she was Oriental, and I felt Chinese as would have been, not Japanese, not any other. I don't know what other ones there are, but no offense. I'm not trying to be prejudiced. I'm not in the least bit prejudiced, but I have to say that because look at her. Anyway, but that was the vibe I got, that that's where she was from. And when she went to hug me, it's like she didn't want to get close to me, and then she was disgusted by me. And she said out loud in front of other people that didn't know me, that were all super well dressed in like almost ball type gowns. real fancy jewelry, and I'm just somebody, I call them my bum clothes, just my regular clothes. You have you been drinking booze? And you know what just popped into my head? Isn't that what Mommy Dearest said? Booze? Yeah, it is. Wow. It sure is. On Mommy Dearest, she said, leave it to you to find the booze in the boys. And my mom used to treat me like that little girl on there. On Mommy, the girl who was also adopted, funny enough. But yeah, the word booze, I don't use that word. So that was interesting. It was like a demonic spirit speaking through the woman to accuse. Who is our accuser? Satan. He comes to accuse, right? The great accuser. But what I felt is it signified was that there was about two. Oh, wow. Thank you, Father. Y'all help me too by listening, because I know a few of y'all actually do listen to this whole thing, and I really appreciate it. But when I come on and talk to y'all, because I don't have anybody else to talk to, um, stuff comes to me. It like just connecting in the spirit with some of y'all helps me to decipher what was the meaning of it, and I got it. Um, 200. I said there was about 200 people at the party. How many angels fell with Lucifer? 200. Could I have been being shown the angels, the fallen angels that surround a lot of us, TIs, at this party? And they were all superficial. They all were showing their fancy jewelry and their fancy clothes and judging me while they drank, right? But judged me, and I wasn't drinking. And see, that was the trigger that Lucy, the lion loser, would use to try to get me. It hurt my feelings for a minute. And so I went back to where I was brushing my teeth to try to find the toothpaste. But two people out of that party befriended me. The one lady really did, and then the other lady kind of welcomed me. So could that also be symbolic of the remnant? Two? Wow. Thank you, Father. 2 in 200. Because 1 in 100, I don't know, is that 10%? I skipped that class. I don't know. It's still symbolic. 2 out of 200. Kind of seems like symbolic for the remnant. The remnant will accept Yeshua. The rest deny us, they deny truth. And remember, I said to the woman in the dream, I forgot about this till I just played this. All I could remember was the part about the boat and seeing the skyscrapers halfway underwater. Um, but I said, don't believe everything you hear, believe your eyes. Well, how do you believe your eyes if their eyes have been blinded? Those that accept Yeshua have been given eyes to see. This is amazing, y'all. We got to be out of here anytime. Then when we get back to the boat, we're safely on board the boat. That's when I notice that everything is underwater. There's a lifeguard stand. That is our life preserver. We're being we are being given a life jacket and a rope, a life preserver that Father's thrown out to pull us back home. We're out of here, y'all. Any time something's about to happen. And then a lot of us are going to be sent here during the second part of the trip to be the light in the darkness, save souls for Yeshua, cast out demons, and heal the sick with our hands. We're going to be supernaturally anointed and protected. Get ready. Get ready, y'all. Something's about to go down. Put it in the comments if y'all are feeling tired, forgetful. You can't shake the feeling that something's going down. And the time I did walk out, I opened the door today and I stepped outside for like 2 minutes. And then I'm like, I just don't have the energy to walk anywhere. In that 2 minute period, I had about the whole street was totally quiet. I'm in a different area now. Within 2 minutes, the whole street is surrounded with stalkers, and it's like they're being controlled, like they don't even know what they're doing. Almost all of them were wearing red. They all were in black cars, and two of them were screaming a fake fight. This is in 2 minutes, okay? 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Get out of here, Chuck Willery, whatever his name is. Woolly Mammoth, Woolly Lamb, Woolly Sheep, Woolly Goat. I don't know. Billy Goat Gruff. I don't know, y'all. I got to wrap this up. So I hear them screaming, but when they were screaming, it was like the person did not sound human. I don't even want to do it because it might mess my throat up because it was such a demonic thing. And I heard a woman saying, "I gave you $10, $10. That was the amount." And then I hear him say something, and "Don't you do this," and it sounded like an otherworldly demon coming out of his mouth. And then they stopped yelling after maybe a minute. And then when they leave, like clockwork, the next one comes, and it was a woman crying, yelling, "Joseph, Joseph." I'm not kidding. And I said, that tugged at my heart because if y'all know, y'all knew they stole my dog Beignet out of my apartment before. And then when I was mugged 2 different times, she was in my purse and she's been missing for a couple days before. So, but I got her back though, all praise to the Most High. So I know how that feels. And also last night, a black cat appeared right when I opened the curtain. I went to go, I was about to like go out the door, but it was already kind of late. I couldn't sleep, so I opened the curtain just to look outside. And as I did, a cat jumped out from I don't know where it came out of a tree. I have no clue, and jumped right in my field of vision in front of the window. Turned, a black cat, all black, turned and looked right at me with piercing green eyes, and then ran, like darted off. And I know that witches can take over cats, and their favorite thing is black cats, black crows, because they're easier to hide at night, right? In the dark. They hide in the dark. They can take over all kinds of different things like this, including spiders. So I thought it was a witchcraft attack, but then I remembered seeing the cat. So when I hear the lady yelling, and it sounded like she was crying, but she was yelling Joseph. And I thought, well, who would name an animal? I mean, I guess some people do name, no offense if you named your animal like Steve or something, but it's like my animals have always been named like, food names or funny names or just not a human type name. And but then I thought maybe it's the lady and that was her cat or something. And I said, "Are you looking for a cat?" And she said, "No, a dog." And it sounded like she was crying. It could have been a gang stalking act, but give her the benefit of the doubt. And then I said, "What does it look like? And I'll keep an eye out." And she said, "Ready?" It was black with white spots. Now just hit me. Dominoes, okay? Are white with black spots. The domino effect. When one catastrophe happens, then the next, and the next, and the next. But my whole point is, I haven't even ventured out in many days. It's been freezing cold here. I didn't have heat for a couple days, and prayers to y'all that still don't have heat. I'm praying for y'all. But in the 2 minutes that I was just steps outside the door, didn't even go down the street, all these just bizarre things happened. I can only imagine what's going on with those that have sold out and took the shot in the dark, that have denied Yeshua. They're being taken over by demons, y'all. Heads up. We are in the apocalypse. Look up. Our redemption draws nigh. I can't help but thinking, if you die, wouldn't you like to die in your sleep, right? If you could pick how you would pass away, of course, our spirit doesn't die, but our fleshly bottle, wow, because I said she accused me of drinking. Maybe that's why I slipped up. Our fleshly body does not, or our fleshly body dies, but our spirit doesn't. See how tired I am? I'm sorry, y'all. I need to wrap this up. Wrap it up like a Christmas present. Get out. Um, but it ascends, right? I forgot what I was saying. I better just hang this up. Please pray for me, y'all. I'm under some heavy attacks, and I'm trying to warn y'all that something's about to go down, especially with that dream. Oh, let me finish the dream because I got sidetracked on what I was just saying. But dying in our sleep, but our spirit does not die. What if, because a lot of us maybe are feeling tired, that we're going to slip away while we sleep? I don't know. I just can't shake. Something's about to go down. So getting back to the stream. So I was being falsely accused by this person one of the elites, possibly, of a group of 200, possibly symbolizing the fallen, who infiltrate people's vessels, especially the high ranking ones, right? And and accusing me of drinking while they're drinking, but I'm not. And then, but two people befriended me anyway. One had on this special necklace. I wish I could describe it. The only thing I could think of is it kind of looks like one of those kind of necklaces they give at Hanukkah, the Jewish people get, and they're kind of big. And to me, it looks like they're made out of, I don't know, like it looks like something, I'm not trying to make fun, but it looks like something I made as a kid with clay in school. That's kind of what it looked like. And it was yellow, like not gold, like a bright yellow. So I'm just putting that out there. She had that on, and I knew it was like something special. So could this symbolize that those who have mocked us and falsely accused us are under judgment? Because then when I went back out where all their houses were, they're underwater. And the lifeguard stand, meaning we're being given a life preserver by Father, and we also, because my boat was docked next to the lifeguard stand halfway underwater, that we're going to be search and rescue for those that accept Yeshua. So anyway, something's about to go down, y'all. I love y'all. Prayers for everybody. I can't wait to see y'all. All hands on deck. All hands on deck. If you feel you are one of the 144, get ready to regulate.